ridge or slope? Let's try and go up to the top a little bit more of this ridge.
And then maybe we can then go back and forth and see.
We may be able to. It's just that I'm curious what's at the top of here. Since we haven't had a lot of height today, we've only moved 16 meters vertical.
I'm trying to think. Uphill for you is still about 220, right? Upslope.
You could move 130 probably.
We want to move upslope now, though, which right now is 220.
Copy.
Yeah. So you center. So that looks about.
I see uphill this way.
You see that?
And then if I look too far to the right, then it kind of slips off. I keep.
Let's see. Do you want to move maybe 160? It looked like upslope.
Sure. Yeah, that's this way.
Maybe like 170 for Sirius. This is a little offset from you.
That'd be this direction.
So yeah, do you want to center Sirius that with the direction D2 is looking? Which is a little to your port, yeah. Maybe just like right. Maybe just do move south. How's that sound?
Yeah.
And you can just kind of rotate as we get there. Sound good? All right, I'll do 20 meters, 180.
I'll keep going up here. Awesome.
Quite a bit more density of plexaurids here, as well as this Calagorgia. Chonax.
Oh, another one, yeah. I thought it was something else.
Very, very nice camouflage coloration in this species.
Come in partial. Hold that, please. Come in a little more. Yeah, hold that. You take more zoom.
This Chonax is a little bit redder than the one that we saw earlier in the dive. But as you can see, it has modified pectoral fins. Like little white boots.
Yeah. Lots of those bryozoans here.
Yep. Cup coral.
I think if we were, so we hear you on shore, and we're keeping an eye out for if we can find bryozoans on a rock or something, but I think they're so tiny they might just be mangled if we tried to sample them at this, like this, so we'll keep our eye out.
Pilot, can you put the lasers, please?
Yeah.
Thanks. It's pretty big.
It's the widest one I think I've ever seen. Actually, I'm curious too, after this Chonax, just to the left, that white coral colony, can we zoom on that?
Yeah.
Just a zoom.
You can snap a video.
After video gets their beauty shots. Okay, this is different. Some other type of, possibly a plexaurid, but I'm not sure about that one. It could be a Nacella or similar species as well. I think it's probably more of an Elicillid Nacella. It'd be my best guess there.
Next video. Come out.
Yeah, 20 meters.
Oh, the fans are pretty
Yeah,
abundant.
what happened in like the last 20 meters?
crinoids and
like a
fans
shift here
and
community shift between.
Copy that.
must be nice current here. A lot of food
I bet.
for all
Not
these
too
filter
strong.
feeders.
Not too strong, but not weak either.
I do see a lot of urchin spines. I wonder if there's a lot of high predation of urchins on at this site.
So I'm seeing, from a coral perspective now, we've got Paracalyptrophora, Calogorgia, at least 2 different types of plexaurids, possibly a Nicella. What else do we have here? We have some black corals, Elatopathes,
Also some stylasters.
Stylasters.
What's our time off bottom?
That's out in Chrysogorgia.
2020. It's about an hour.
Yeah, it's
Maybe a
pretty
little
diverse.
before that.
And then we saw
Set
some
up
small
before that,
plumarella-like colonies on the overhang rather. Yeah. Holopus still hanging
Yeah.
out with us here.
Seen quite a few. Also, here's a black coral, looks like.
Yep.
Oh, here's another one.
Another. Yeah, I think it's Stylopathes. Just the same.
I think I see a fish right here.
Oh, there's a fish, yeah,
If you could frame it up,
right
video.
in the center. It's a green eye, right? It's a pretty big one.
I think that's the
Is that another one?
flagfin.
The flag, yeah, you're correct.
Yellowtail flagfin. Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
It's been a while since we saw one, so I have to reach back into my memory. These were sometimes fished or sometimes taken, I remember. Did we get lasers on the way in?
Yeah, we can get them on the way out as well.
Okay, thanks.
All right. You can zoom out and get lasers there.
It's actually might have you come up a little before. We're opposite.
Oh, there's a Acanthogorgia too, right here.
Yeah. Little Yui, which might take a little bit of time.
Whoop. Single unbranched stalk there, but it's identical to the one we sampled a few days ago. It would make sense it's in the right depth range, so that would be Acanthogorgia.
I'm sure that sponge is gonna tear.
Aspera.
Just crumbled. Wasn't expecting that.
There we go. Oh, it is branched, just a little bit higher up on the colony.
I thought it was gonna come out. I was like, oh, it's great.
All right, pilot's clear.
It was shattered.
Is there anything in the field of view you wanted to zoom on? Watch lead?
Not at this moment, yeah. I
Copy.
think we're good.
Understood. We'll keep moving along. Let's see. What do you think, Sean?
You're looking. Yeah, you're looking 160. Yeah, Sirius could rotate a little port.
You come in partial video.
Another.
And that fish.
Yeah.
Oh, been missing these. The big eye soldier
ready
fish.
for
Yeah.
It's 20 meters to the south.
Usually they
One
like,
died.
yeah, they were extremely abundant
Yeah.
near Mona and the escarpment, as well as Pichincho. But this is the first time I've really seen them where they've not been in cracks and crevices. I mean, I guess there's a small bit of relief there, but not very much.
Alright, pilot's clear. Next video. Alright, let's see what else we got here. Do a little scan while I wait for some tether. Yeah, a little ledge.
Yeah, looks like just a little step, two-step or something.
So this is the edge of this ridge here. It kind of drops off pretty steeply here. We're kind of following in this on the first half of the dive, and we've picked up a little bit. Yeah, we can zoom on some of those.
Can we zoom on some of these rocks? They're, oh, sorry.
Oh, there's a sea star in the
come in
lower
partial.
left. There we go.
Hold that.
Yeah, I wonder if that's loose.
The rock in the bottom left, do you think that would be loose, pilot?
With all the guys on it?
Yeah.
Give it a poke.
Okay.
You come wide. I'll set up.
It's a bunch of small rocks here.
Looks
Oh,
promising.
fish. A queen in the background.
Snap it.
Yep.
All right.
There's a boarfish I saw in the lower right here. Just as we were zooming out,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I saw it. Antigonia, a boarfish. Pilot, keep in mind we're trying to find a rock with some biology on it, specifically these small things that'll probably be difficult to sample.
Yeah.
That'll fit in the bio box.
Okay. I think this would fit in the outer bio box. All right. Copilot, can you joy
There's
lock
some
me?
potential candidates around here, so
All right.
Joy lock me. Yeah. Thanks. Appreciate it. Got hydraulics on.
that's different too. There's a fish. It's a different fish entirely. To the upper left
Oh, yeah. Huh.
of the lasers.
It was hiding.
Yeah, you can bring minis set if you're comfortable.
Can pilot? Can we? Sorry. Can we zoom first just
Yeah.
to confirm that we?
Snap it.
There's a couple things that we're looking for, and we wanted to make sure that at least we're getting the thing that the shore side wanted. Okay. These don't look like bryozoans, but they look like.
Are
So
they
do we?
hydroids?
This is an octocoral. This is looks like plumarella or something very close to plumarella. But do we see the hydroids on here that we're looking for?
Come out a little bit.
Shoreside.
Let's see. Hold that.
I mean the bryozoans.
Yeah, bryozoans, hydroids. Well, the bryozoans are the ones we're looking for. I know one was candelabra shaped, but it's darker, I remember. I don't see them, but it doesn't mean they can't be on here, at least.
There's not, yeah.
All right. Can we skip to a different rock? Sorry,
Yeah,
it's
you
false
come out
alarm.
video. That scared me.
Yeah. Do you want to get that fish?
Yeah, where's it at?
10 o'clock? It's red top, white bottom,
Oh,
blue eye.
copy. High visual. Come in. Partial there as I rotate around here.
Now that is not a fish we've seen, right?
No. Yeah, we have not seen this fish. It has a distinct marking on its dorsal side. It's like white stripe.
Do you have any more zoom? Try to center you back up.
No, that's max.
Max zoom, copy.
Looks like could be like a type of bass or wrasse. I'm not sure.
All right. Are you all set there?
Yep. All set. Coming wide.
I think we can move on.
Try to
See if we see those bryozoans anywhere.
you
It's deceptive because there's a lot of things that look like those small.
All right, hold that. We're looking for some bryozoans here.
Is it right here? Or are those
Those look like corals. I mean, yeah. We can try and scan around here if you want.
Yeah, can we just do a snap zoom on some of these rocks?
Yeah.
Let's see, I think just octocorals here.
Yeah.
Copy. Let's try a different rock video.
Can we zoom towards the top of this rock pile?
Yeah.
Those are still corals.
Any further off in the distance? I don't see them yet.
Yeah, me neither.
Up.
Up, coming up.
Still coral.
Are these them?
No, I think those are
What's
still.
this?
So, just to confirm, the structure to the right of the yellow crinoid up there, that's what we're looking for?
The darkened color.
I think, actually, that also looks like a coral. They all look like corals. Okay, never mind. That's not what we're looking for.
All right.
We're looking for something like this.
Yeah, tough to really see this. So a lot of these small plumarella colonies.
Come out video. Let's see.
All right, let's carry on. Maybe we'll find some more rocks elsewhere.
All right. Continue on our way.
Okay, well, keep continuing on.
Oh, here's a bigger colony of
Yeah.
what we collected.
Okay. Thanks, Nav. Pilot, can we look off to the right? I thought I saw something unusual. Can we zoom on that one fan that's sticking straight up? Kind of feather shaped
Absolutely. I'm going to get closer
with the
for you.
Oh, where's the other one?
the yellow
Yellow
plexaurid. Just a snap zoom is all we need on that one.
Understood. Come in video.
I wanted to see if it was okay. Very good. It's another Caligorgia. Thanks. Appreciate that.
Yep.
Fish in the
There's
background.
another big eye soldier fish in the background.
Could snap it just for confirm ident.
Well, today has really flown by. We're in our last half an hour on
Alright.
bottom shore side, so
Thanks, video.
we're gonna try and.
Come back to the
I mean, we're
right,
more or
please.
less
Let's just see
at
if
the
that's
highest
weight,
point
and if
of
there's
this
any
ridge.
line with it. Nope. It's just the bottom of a rock. Thank you.
Another
Copy.
really large Histosideros in the distance.
All right, I'm going to swing back to the direction of movement.
Is that something different? Right there at 9 o'clock.
The spiky ball,
Oh, yeah.
Copy. Approach.
bluish maybe, bluish gray. It's a weird angle.
You could snap it video. Watch it. Do you want to close to this one? I can sit down if you'd like.
Oh, it's
Is it a pom-pom?
I'm not sure if it's a pom-pom anemone, but it's some kind of anemone.
And there's the bryozoans.
There they are. They're
Are
taunting
not on
us.
small rocks.
They're taunting us.
Uh,
All right.
All
Thanks for the confirmation on that.
Yep.
yeah, they're everywhere
Yeah.
on flat ground.
Yeah, enough.
Yeah. Got it.
Actually, this has been pretty productive up here. Can we just kind of cruise around the top? We'll kind of, keeping, see if we can work upslope a little
Maybe
bit more.
frame it up as I approach.
This is something we haven't seen. There's actually a lot to look at up here, surprisingly.
Oh, it looks like there's a, is that an egg
Egg
case?
case. Yep.
Right there
Possibly.
in the middle.
Oh, yeah, there.
Yeah.
Yep. Another possible egg case for a baby cartilaginous fish. Not sure if it's a shark, but it's very reminiscent of the shark egg cases we've seen over the past few weeks. And then the reason why I wanted to zoom on, this is a black coral we haven't seen on this expedition entirely, and I'm so surprised
Oh, yeah.
that we haven't seen it yet because it's so
That's
abundant.
nice.
At
I'll
least
try to
I've
hold
seen
this
it.
for
It's
you
pretty
for a
abundant at this depth.
If I can jump in and just
Sound
mention that this is a classic perching for Stylometrus spinifera, either on tall octocoral stalks or even the stalks of tall stalked crinoids.
I'll come back in on that part that's kind of cleaned off.
Can we get a, if we're done looking at the crinoids through the stalk, can we get a better zoom on the polyps of the Bathypathes, the black coral? So this is Bathypathes. There's is that a hermit crab or a snail?
Snail.
Yeah. Very small snail. It looks like it's grazing possibly.
This is my max zoom.
Part of this
Copy.
black coral skeleton or tissue maybe.
Trying to get the polyps in it.
Right. But I can't do anything more.
Yeah, this
for
egg case doesn't look at all like the
Alright.
egg case we were looking at. Is that a very tiny
Small.
crinoid?
Yeah.
It's got to be maybe a couple centimeters at most.
It looks like the other crinoids wrapped around it. It's not going to be able to move anytime soon.
Hang on to your kids,
Yeah.
maybe. Yeah, so we were looking at what we suggested or we thought could be a cat shark egg
You
case
could go back to the case.
a few days ago Pichincho, and surprisingly, it was completely translucent. This one is more like the opaque color that we're used to seeing, opaque or dark. This one looks a bit older, although it looks to be still inflated.
Yeah.
It's not a good indicator, though, necessarily, unless you can see a tear or opening. Yeah.
And if you missed it, the highlight video is on the website. So.
Is it now? Yeah.
Yeah, I believe it's
live.
Yeah, live.
Check out some baby shark.
That tiny little crinoid is not a juvenile. It's actually a relatively small Stylometra. You can see it's got one arm curled round in a U at 6 o'clock, and all of the other arms are smaller. It's been probably chewed up, and those small arms are regenerating.
Wow.
Huh.
You're talking about that little guy.
And the shell that hermit crab was in to its left looked like a Caliostoma or something similar.
Interesting.
All
right. Pilots. Any way you can get a quick shot of the polyps of this black coral before we leave?
All right. While you're doing that, video is swapping out.
I'll take my rotator back. Watch it. We were at max zoom on that one.
Okay. Anything towards the tip?
I can.
Just to get a better look, because kind of.
Got it.
It might have a little bit better contrast towards the top of the colony against the background.
Yep. Video pilot.
Hello, pilot.
We're going to go for the tip here. Trying to get some contrast on the polyps.
You should get a little closer to shoot up a little higher.
Okay.
We'll try that.
Some wire there? Or
yeah,
between
some
those skids?
debris of some
line,
sort.
maybe.
Copy. Come in.
I think we do want the lights.
Trying to get the polyps video.
There we go. That's really nice. Perfect.
How's that?
So much detail there.
Lower left.
So, Tina, it looks like they're alternating between the different sides. They don't look like they're coming off in pairs, the pinnules. Although it's not a great angle, but at least when I look at the top of the colony, it looks like they're alternating left and right. You can get a better look at it right now. Perfect. Yeah. That might be helpful for identifying this black coral, Bathypathes.
You come out partial.
All right. I think we'll call that good. Very nice, very beautiful colors on this, pinks and reds and oranges. Video if you want to get some shots.
Contrast.
Yeah. Very nice coral and associates.
Video, did you need more of this? Or would you like to keep moving?
Let's keep moving.
Copy. All right.
Where's that black thing in the right-hand corner? Is that it?
Yeah, it caught my eye too.
Just leave the lights on for the moment.
You can snap it just to see what it is. Some line or something.
Maybe some line from a.
Yeah, it looks like.
From some sort of.
Looks like a
float, maybe.
It's more like cloth, but it's hard to say.
Inquisitive minds want to know.
All right, thanks, video.
Pilots, we have one more request. If that colony, if we can get lasers on or near that colony we were just near.
Just right here. I'll try that.
And then that'll be that for this area. There we go. Perfect. Thank you.
Laser or lights clear if they're not already off.
All right. Let's keep moving here. I'll wander this way, and then I'll kind of move along here.
Purple object right above the lasers.
Yeah, we've seen quite a few of these purple guys.
Okay.
How much time do I have left, Sean?
19 minutes.
19?
Yeah, pretty much. I just want to go to the top of the slope.
There's a sample, I'll take it. But you on it?
Have we had nice sweeping views of these things?
What was that, Ron?
Have we had a nice sweeping view of all of this?
I think so, yeah. Yeah, we've been...
This is a really good landscape shot for our summary.
You just keep, so that's eventually going back to that step, but
Yeah.
that's all the
Oh, there's a
Yeah,
there's a
yellow
stick
one.
of pathies
Lift
too.
off about
And also
another
yellow.
meter.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll just keep going that way, which is like 150.
Just trying to show the total landscape.
Do you guys want a short move at like 155?
Yeah. Sounds
Looks
good.
like Crinoid Mountain.
155.
Crinoid Mountain, yeah.
So we're really kind of at the top of this feature. It's pretty sharp. I didn't think it would be so sharp, but it's a very nice diversity of corals and crinoids, other suspension and filter feeding organisms like sponges.
Wow, look at the field of crinoids.
Yeah, so I was going to say,
It
it looks
is
like
really
a farm field
impressive.
of crinoids.
I don't think we've ever
Don't see
seen
that
this
very
many crinoids before.
Yeah, you don't see that very often.
Can you lift up a little higher?
If you have any time before the end, feel free to make a collection.
Can we rise up just a little bit higher, maybe another meter?
Of the crinometra.
Either the crinometra or that Indoxicrinus, either one would be useful. I suppose the crinometra would be more to the point since it is so hugely abundant.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's hundreds probably in just this small area.
I have absolutely never seen anything remotely like that
Can
before.
we lift up a little higher? Trying to accommodate a
Not with
super
this
wide
species.
field of view.
Do you know that they're like larval phase? Is it short?
They do have a planktonic larva. Most of the larval ecology has been done, of course, with a couple of shallow water species. The common shallow water European Mediterranean little 10-armed antodon, which is in shallow water, and there's a tropical reef dweller, rocky bottom dweller called Tropiometra. Those two have been worked on. A little bit actually in Japan, one of these stalk crinoids similar to the Endoxicrinus that you see here gets as shallow as 100 meters. And there's been some significant work on the
large
developmental biology of that species.
urchin on the right,
Certainly
just
not
off screen.
something like Crinometra. I've just got me laughing. I've never seen anything like it before. We've got meadows of the Endoxicrinus and another stalk crinoid like it in the Bahamas in about this depth, but I've never seen anything remotely like this Crinometra field.
Yeah, we were saying how patchy their distribution is because we could be in similar depths, and I forget what site we were at, and we didn't see any crinoids, and then the next day we saw a lot of crinoids.
That was the first.
I wish I had the answer to that. I'm not familiar enough with the ecology that goes into trying to understand those sorts of patchy distributions, but it's been my experience since I first started submersible work back in the Pleistocene, actually, where you'd be going along and at a bottom, there'd be gorgonians and crinoids, and then 100 meters beyond beyond sediment, there'd be another hard bottom, and it would be sponges and something else.
Yeah.
No, I don't know whether it's recruitment or local local hydrodynamic conditions, bottom flow. It's a mystery.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Folks out there have a much better handle on it than I do.
So we just noticed there was a Histosideris in the distance, and it looks like it's propped up and maybe feeding on this purple octocoral. We just wanted to get a closer look at this. Might be feeding on something else, but it looks unusually close
to the purple.
You know what that means? Yeah.
And it's kind of on its side, so
yeah.
Two good signs that something's happening.
I wonder because you don't see a lot of echinoderms grazing on blexorids. I wonder if it's maybe some sort of chemical defense. Oh, there's something else there. Oh, that's in the foreground. It's Stichopathes. A very thin gray, translucent whip, black coral. Definitely it's in the position for propping itself up to get up on top of something. This would be the first time I ever saw something like an echinoderm eating a plexaurid. Usually they like the more fleshy octocorals. Maybe.
It looks like it's maybe on something else. It's something white. Maybe a sponge?
Might be something else there.
Yeah, it looks like something white.
There's those small black candelabra shaped things too. There's a mess of stuff here.
Can we rotate right?
Yeah. I'm starting to think that these purple plexaurids and the yellow plexaurids are probably the same thing, since they have a lot of color, a lot of differences and similarities in the color patterns. Some purple colonies have tinges of yellow. We've seen this on other sites, but it hasn't been this stark. Can we tilt down to see the mouth parts of the urchin? It's tough to see from this angle.
Mouth parts are on the back side.
Something white, but I'm not sure what it is.
Yeah, it looks spongy, but that's only an estimation. All right, thanks, pilot. I think we've at least established that it's not feeding on the purple coral, but maybe feeding on something else. Or maybe it's trying to get up on top of the coral. Very good. Nav, what's our bottom time count? I'm not keeping track here. think we should have enough tether there.
Pilot, can we go towards more to the ledge to see if there's maybe any fish close to the edge? Thank you.
So for folks, we are in our last 10 minutes or so on bottom. We're trying to hit some last few requests from the scientists on shore. But as we finish up our dive today, we do have one more dive in this expedition. And that is tomorrow. We will be doing a dive on Mona Seamount,
right, that's
which
up.
is just outside of Mona Canyon to the northwest. And we'll be diving in our deepest dive yet, around 5,000 meters. We hope you can join us for that. It should be pretty interesting. It's not a depth we typically go on. It's a pretty rare occasion, but we have the opportunity.
Sorry, there's a fish right in the lower bottom we just passed. Sorry.
Yeah.
Tilt the camera down.
Oh, that's another one. That's a boarfish, but there was a smaller one. Right, yeah, we passed it. I'm not sure if it's still there. It should be off screen.
I saw one swim off the left skid.
Maybe it swam away.
Yeah, it went up
That
off
might
to the left.
swim away.
It's a small grayish fish.
Okay,
What is?
Here it is, upper left edge.
Pilot, sorry, I saw something else. Lower left corner, there's a stalked crinoid.
I got eyes on your fish if you still want it.
Oh. Is there a fish?
It's this crinoid upper left near the edge.
I didn't see it.
I didn't see the
that
fish.
crinoid at the very top left, it's right next to it.
Yeah, Roland said you saw the fish. I didn't see it.
It's the fish.
But the stalked crinoid right in the center,
crinoid.
there's something weird on this arm tip, kind of facing us. The one to the left of all the other yellow crinoids, so that's not a good frame of reference. The stalked crinoid to the right-hand side.
It's like beigeish.
Yeah.
I think it might be a sea star.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. That would be really weird. It looks something like out of the ordinary. Yeah, this one right here. 6 o'clock now. Just a snap zoom. I'm guessing now it's just a weird angle, but...
No, I saw something crawling.
Was it?
Yeah.
Tilt down a little bit.
I don't know how much of a delay I've got here.
Right
now in the center of the screen, I see one of the stalked Endoxocrinus with its crown curled downward.
Yeah.
So it looks sort of like a puffy flower. They do that when the current flow is too weak.
Yeah. I think it was just a curled arm.
Maybe it was moving its arm.
Okay.
And these Endoxocrinus are similar to the ones that we got in the Bahamas, and different than that one you guys collected the other day. So this would be Endoxocrinus parrae, P-A-R-R-A-E.
They're talking about this white arm.
And that's a great shot of Phinometra.
Clear with this shot.
And it looks like there's, I think that solitary coral in the middle where I can see now with the purple tentacles, maybe Jabania.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. It's definitely one of the more common deep water solitary corals we've been seeing in this area.
You know, if you could collect the crinometra that you're zoomed in on now, there looks like there's a little crinoid tucked up underneath. Might be 2 for the price of 1.
Just out of curiosity, how long do you think you have time to collect one of these yellow crinoids?
White crab to the left.
Yeah, I leave it up to you because I know, it's kind of just a last priority we have on bottom here.
Ah.
It's a lot to look at here. Well, we haven't seen a lot of queen snappers the past few minutes. I'm wondering if it is true that the lights are pretty scary, and they tend to shy away from them because we saw half a dozen when we first sat down at the second time.
How likely is this guy to try to fly away when he's touched?
He's not. They're not. They're not swimmers, from what we understand from shoreside. So this would be our third specimen for the dive, just in our last couple minutes here. That way we can fully characterize this site and one of the most abundant organisms at this site. So port outer.
Port outer.
Nicely done, Pat.
Nicely done, pilot. Thanks. Okay,
That's all
so
the time.
we are just about time's up. Shoreside, we are going to try and roll into the post dive call as soon as possible. So pretty much in, let's say, 5 minutes after. It's got about another couple minutes. But we're going to roll into the post-dive call, do a quick wrap-up for today, and then we will roll into our final dive planning call for tomorrow. We hope you can join us for that on the call. Otherwise, if you're just watching from the shore, I hope you have a good Sunday, at least Sunday here. Wherever you are in the world, hope you have a good day, and we will see you for another day of exploration tomorrow morning.
It's on that section that's split towards the direction of that urchin.
Great job.
Thanks, Chuck. It's been a pleasure to have your comments here on the crinoids.
Starboard. Straight ahead.
Thanks for the opportunity. Really enjoy it.
A bunch of these small plumerella.
Look for fish.
Oh, here, right. They're just teasing us, the bryozoans, as we're passing them.
Oh, no, those are the plumerella.
Oh, that's plumerella?
Yeah. You see how they're so confusing?
Yeah. They look like bryozoans.
So my understanding is that bryozoans have kind of a lobate branch tip, while these are more
like
pointed.
Something like this.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, they look very similar.
Well, I think we characterized the most abundant critters at this site. It was
those sponges and the crinoids.
Mm-hmm. Actually, let me